Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And here in the middle of winter, some teams feeling the cold in the power rankings. Others remaining hot. Taking a look at the Lakers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
And when I look at the Nuggets, they just crushed expectations all season long. Only a few people thought they could sustain this level of excellence, but here they are.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin, one of the great stories is Julius Randle becoming an all-star in New York. Randle said it's been a lot of hard work paying off. As a shooter, a passer, a leader, you name it, I've gotten to flip the script on my own reputation, while also helping with this larger thing we have going, changing the reputation of our entire franchise. Mission accomplished, Kevin.
Yep, he's big enough to handle it. His performance speaks loudly. Thank you, DA. And Greg, for those players who were discussed in trade talks but weren't dealt at the deadline, is it hard for them to ever trust team management again?
You know, initially it is a shock to the system, but you learn quickly it's a part of being a professional. And some guys can block out the noise and manage their emotions. Others will struggle with it a little bit.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks.
Here we go.
Randle and Robinson make up the inside pair. Emmanuel quickly out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Barrett at the small forward. And for Denver, they've got Nikola Jokic. Michael Porter's out there with Aaron Gordon. And there's Maverick. And it's Murray in at the point guard.
And I like that from Murray. Not an extra dribble. Get the ball to the open teammate right away.
Lee with the steal. Stolen by Quickly. And stolen by Murray. Here's Lee. And Lee with the stuff.
Wow. And that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And here are the Knicks now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touched by Lee.
Well, it's the range that Jamal Murray has that's really impressive.
And so it's New York with it. It's a 5-point game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. To the inside. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touched by Lee. And at the time, Murray's 20 points per game were the most ever by a Kentucky freshman.
How about that? And then he comes into the league and shows you that he's got the kind of confidence where he's going to take a shot off the dribble, get around the pick, read a defender going underneath, and just start to pile up points in a hurry. And some of those have come at some of the biggest moments in the playoffs. Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Maverick.
They say defense wins championships. Well, it also wins awards. And his defense during this stretch has been nothing short of jaw-dropping. He has been disruptive with his challenges and has accounted for a metric ton of turnovers with his ball hawking. You have to give it up to this man. That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
To get open is Robinson, and it's quickly missing.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And Robinson comes to help. Cans it from downtown. 11 points for Maverick.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Quickly with a wide-open look. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. Lee gets the bucket. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Denver.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've also racked up a ton of points off of turnovers so far in tonight's game.
So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And there's a swagger to Murray's play, especially in big moments.
Well, you think about his performance in the bubble when he was in Orlando, just propelling Denver through those series with otherworldly plays and just making shot after shot in the biggest moments. He'll shoot you into a game, and sometimes he'll shoot you out of it, but he's going to come at you every night.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. And Reddish with the slam.
Yeah, that's got to feel good. Reddish rising up.
The Nuggets leading by 12. Here's Lee outside. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Lee's got 22.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add two ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Lee. So he gets them both. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Tipped away. Lee with the steal. Driving.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was.
We know Reddish can sink it from the outside. For him, it's about staying confident with that kind of shot.
Got that one up quick. And that's now 29 points for Maverick.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Lee with the steal. And Lee with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
So here's Burks. Denver getting their last shot to go. Lee, that's good.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Now here's Lee. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. This time they met in New York.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now, here's Barrett. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Just too many miscues here in the early going.
.36 seconds left to play in the first. Lee outside. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
That's tipped. Lee with the steal. Lets it go from the wing. Chalk up 2 there. Lee's got 42 in the game.
Another turnover there leading to a basket.
Here's Barrett. No good again that time.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. The Nuggets on top, running away with it. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And Emmanuel quickly, like his name, picking things up quickly. And he's taking pointers, reaching out to all-star Damian Lillard.
Really just giving me advice on, obviously, the point guard position, but what it takes to win in this league, what it takes to help your team win, how to bounce back from good games, bad games, staying even killed throughout the whole season. So it's really cool to get to talk to somebody on that high level.
And you want to learn how to impact winning, and so it's Denver. Going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Alongside Coach Thibodeau, Tibbs, some stuff to clean up. What will the points of emphasis be going into the second half?
Better defense. We keep allowing them to get second shots, defensive transition, not challenging for shots properly. So if we don't play defense, we can't win.
And we'll see if your guys can stick to the script better in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Looking at Denver, Kenny, what was your impression?
By looking at their free throw numbers, you could tell they're playing physical ball. They've been active, constantly pushing the action and drawing the contact. It's given them easy points and put them in control of the game.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Definitely they need to get out with the three-point shooters and contest. The deep ball is killing them. This is what happens when the other team identifies your weakness. It just keeps hammering on it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What can you say? Lee, an impressive effort here today.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And you look at the 2021 draft class, just some unbelievable talent at the top.
I mean, Cade Cunningham.
Well, the feed from Murray, a score-first point guard, but the setup was nice.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Count that one. Lee's got 48.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Trying to come back, Kevin, and you can't afford too many mistakes. His fourth turnover hampering their efforts.
For the three, and again, that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Randall with the bucket.
And that's a good heads-up play there from RJ.
For Denver, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime.
Working on consistency with that jumper. You can see Barrett has improved his shooting mechanics. Much more repeatable motion now.
Out of bounds, Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it. The list of contenders for the three-point contest is really interesting this year. Every one of these guys is capable of going lights out in a setting like that.
Yeah, the field is almost set, and I wouldn't want to have to make a prediction. These are all fantastic shooters. It's just a matter of who gets hot on that day.
We look at Lee, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And the excitement for this year's three-point contest keeps growing as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. Some amazing shooters in line to take part.
Hard to pick a winner out of that group of contenders, but safe to say it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
You can see Barrett looks a lot more comfortable now from every spot, Greg, on the floor.
From three, mid-range, the free throw line. When he knocks down shots, defenders have to creep up to stay connected. And that's when he can put the ball on the floor and get by people.
Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. We'll take a look at the Knicks. Their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happens.
And right now for the Knicks, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
Well, you hope that they realize that and they have some self-awareness, but can they win some games, carry some positive energy, maybe some momentum into the offseason with which to build on?
And again for three. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Knicks. Lets the three fly. And good! There's another. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Knocks it loose. Here's Lee. Good. That's another bucket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Quickly against Porter. It's Barrett on the wing. Good on the triple.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Denver's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Randall. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Here's Lee outside. And again, Denver with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
From 10 feet out. And, yep, another basket.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable. Randall passes to Rose. And here we go. Murray hits.
Oh! run-of-the-mill stuff there. No, fellas, put something extra on it.
Greg, can you believe that? My goodness.
If this can deflate the other team, they need to answer back strong.
Shots good by Lee.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And Lee with the stuff.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
He gets that one.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Denver.
And guys, something every team strives for is getting points off of turnovers, and they've done that here in both halves.
They have not wasted any time here tonight. They've pushed it whenever they've had the opportunity and have gotten a lot of fast break points out of it.
On the court for the Knicks, Randall and Robinson make up.
Lightning.
That was incredible.
What is it you say, Kev? Up high and down hard.
Oh, exactly, GA. You've got to say it emphatically. He was soaring up high, down hard.
That's what the fans, they want to see it.
It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. Big group substitution here for Denver. 2021 was an unusual season, to say the least, for players, coaches. Brent, there was a lot to adapt to. How do you think you would have handled the condensed schedule?
It's a good question, Kevin. I think just obviously you'd have work to do, and I'd show up every day to do it. And I commend a lot of the players, not just in terms of the level of competition. It was all the other things that they had to do in order to suit up on a nightly basis, not playing in front of crowds. I mean, that is a love of the game type of season that, of course, I hope we never see again because of the circumstances around it. But the players do deserve a lot of credit, and the fans that hung in there and started to show up towards the end of the year to support the players deserve a lot of credit as well, and I'm glad we're through that.
Here's Burks, and he makes good on the layup.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Lee outside. Good, another from 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Up top, Randall. He's covered by Murray. Randall kicks to Rose. Ball's knocked loose. And here we go. Lee heading to the hoop. And another one.
90. A legendary performance.
We'll be talking about this one, Greg, for a long, long time. Randall dishes to Rose. There's the triple. And there's Randall on the assist by Rose.
The balance and body control look a little bit better this season, so Randall stays on the ground in this catch-and-shoot situation and looks fluid.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Nicola, another great passing game for you. What was the key?
I think the guys were making shots. That's the main thing. We moved without the ball. It was a good energy on the floor, and I mean, that's why we won the game.
There is trust in all directions, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.
A lot of people don't select Tim Duncan. I think for how great he is I was just about to say he's underrated.
Underrated.
But he's like one of the best power forwards of all time, like top 2, top 3, maybe 1.
Maybe 1.
Well, you gotta say that now because you're a company man.
Maybe nah. This ain't biased.
We're here at 2K23 House of Greatness at Summer League, where NBA players and some of the 2K community are checking out 2K23 for the very first time.
Up next, for the Celtics, they're in 8th place in the East, looking to put some distance between themselves and their pursuers. Coming up next. Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Joined by Chris Webber and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, Brian. Jaylen Brown making his first All-Star appearance in 2021, his 5th season in the league. But you ask him, he says he's just getting started. He said, quote, "I don't have a ceiling. I'm just going to keep my head down and keep working and see where it leads me."
Year after year, he continues to improve, Allie. Now let's check out the race for Rookie of the Year. These young stars now have a season behind them. So who stood out in this incredibly talented crowd? There were a few bright spots during the season for him, but overall, just not enough to bring him up towards the top.
While he's not even among the top 10 rookies right now, he's one of my picks to improve big time in his sophomore season.
It's possible, but I was waiting on him to make some big strides this season, and it never really happened. Even so, he still had a better season than a lot of the other rookies.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Aaron Gordon is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Lee in a shooting guard. And for the Celtics, Smart and Brown, a great defensive backcourt. Al Horford out there with Robert Williams. And it's Tatum in at the 3, the small forward. Grant, you won Rookie of the Year. You feel that a rookie wall is a real thing this time of the season?
I think it is, B.A. Now, I'm not the smartest guy, but 30 games versus 82 games is a serious difference. The physicality of the NBA can also wear down a rookie.
And Brown is just utilizing his athleticism yet again. I mean, this time from the interior, though, but just sinking these close-range shots. But that's a look they always want him to take, because if he's got the space, he's got the green light.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Smart passes to Horford, to the paint. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. The 3. And there's Murray. That one's good. And the assist by Jokic.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
Timeout called. The Celtics.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
It's T-shirt time.
play just over a minute here in the first. Kick out to Brown. Shot to stop the run. The rebound by Murray. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 to get things going.
Oh, hey, how about that? What just happened?
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
The combo guard, Murray, capable of hurting you with his scoring as well as with his passing.
Now here's Smart. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. And the basket by Lee.
You can't help but look toward their defense. And they're totally lost.
Smart against Murray. They swipe it. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Lee. Buries it from 3. Lee's got 12 points in the game. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Denver.
They're setting the tone early with their defense, keeping the pressure on and taking chances. And they've got a bunch of steals to show for it.
The other thing that's been effective so far tonight is their fast break. A lot of points coming on the run.
Knocked loose. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Now here's Smart. 8 points in his last timeout. Here's Brown. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Here's Lee. Hounded by Tatum. And the basket by Lee. Lee's got 20 points.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And Boston calls time here.
And with this matchup being East versus West, this is the first of only 2 meetings between these teams.
Yeah, it should be a fun game to watch. I mean, 2 teams that don't see each other that much. They'll learn a lot about each other tonight.
Here for the Celtics. Tice is checked in for Williams, and it's White in for Smart. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 4 to start. Yet another steal from him, and that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it. Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
No, it's just gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Now here's White. Doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Here's Lee. He's guarded by White. And the basket by Lee. Lee's got 27 points.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
Oh, yeah, they've certainly found something along the perimeter. Just an onslaught of 3-point bombs.
Now here's White. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing.
And going right to the rim. Love the attack mindset and the ability to finish strong.
And you talk to anyone about White, Grant, they'll tell you he's best when he's being assertive.
I totally agree. I mean, White can be caught standing around when he's not involved. You want him initiating and pick and roll, and he makes pretty good decisions. Now, he may never be a star, but he's going to give you solid minutes.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile 1 block?
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Williams is checked in for Horford. Nesmith comes in for Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for White. 1:03 left in the opening quarter. Lee misses. For Boston, they've gone 2 for 5 to start today's game. Here's Pritchard. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
Oh, impressive ball handling from Tatum. It attracts the other team's focus and it finds the open man.
Drills it from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Pritchard. Looking at his numbers. Currently, he's averaging around 9 points a game. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Lee's got 36 points.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
The 3 ball. Gets the 3 to fall.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Well, when he's hitting from range on a consistent basis, it makes everything easier offensively.
And they're pushing it up. He's feeling it. Drained it for 2 points. Lee's got 41.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Gets the 14-footer to fall.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Drains the triple.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Yeah, right now, it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
And that's it for the first quarter in what has been a very lopsided game. The Nuggets delivering the blowout. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And Nikola Jokic, the 2021 League MVP, he said it was a long road that brought him to the top.
It has to work, every day, twice a day. Just go out there on the court and do whatever you need to do to get better, and that's what I did.
Grant, that love for the game makes those long hours fly by.
Boy, are you telling the truth, B.A. I mean, his love and passion for the game of basketball is something you see every time he takes the court.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
Got the defense spinning in circles. Hard to cover all that ground.
On the court for Denver, they've got DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Barton in at the 3 slot. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
BA, the Boston Celtics last year had the team's worst win percentage in the last 6 seasons. The front office admitted, as constituted, they were not a championship caliber team. Now, for this proud franchise, accustomed to competing deep into the playoffs, the question becomes, how do they get back on top?
Yeah, that's a big one. Good stuff there, Allie. Thanks. And Grant, you were a big wing with skill. That type of player very much in demand in today's game.
Well, I mean, today's NBA is all about versatility. Can you get it done offensively and defensively? Players with size and perimeter skills are very much invaluable to their team.
And the Celtics call time here. They come into this one following a loss to Brooklyn.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
I mean, I flat out, I thought they looked overmatched. I mean, I thought they lacked aggressiveness and heart.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on and get loud. Here are the Celtics dancers. Fans, your Celtics dancers.
Williams is checked in for Boston. Smart comes in for Pritchard. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Jokic against Tatum. And here comes the break. Fires from deep. And again.
3 points.
Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Here's Lee driving in. And that one is stuffed right through.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the officials signal a jump ball here. So it's Boston now. Now Smart. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change.
Oh, my!
Oh,
throw it down! No one is stopping that.
He went all out right there.
So it's Boston now. They host the Hawks after this one. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Fires in the triple.
He's kept the integrity of their offense tonight by moving and cutting and scoring every time they've needed him to.
And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go.
Boston.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Horford, he's checked in for Williams. Jaylen Brown comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's White in for Neesmith.
White.
Here's Smart. Outside White. Floats one. Gordon pulls it in.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answer.
Now here's Smart.
A one-handed tomahawk. That's a guaranteed highlight, B.A.
Check out the bench. They flew out of their seats after that. The Celtics have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Tipped away. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Gordon outside. Back to Lee. Here's the three. And yes, another basket.
And that's 70.
He is unconscious. Another one goes. Incredible.
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. Horford passes to White. Oh, they need this. Williams. Rejected by Jokic.
Assertive defense from Jokic, using all of his reach to get on top of the shot and deny it.
It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Lee, defended by Smart. Let's go with a three, and the basket by Lee.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Here's Lee. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. Connects from downtown.
He's dropping the three ball with incredible consistency. What a barrage here in the first half.
Outside White. Pass to Brown. There's 47 seconds left in the second period. White can't hit. And another one. Oh, and there's 80 points.
Oh, wow. Just wow. This guy is on another level.
Horford finds Williams. Outside White. The three is up. Hits the three-pointer.
He can be sneaky good from deep sometimes. I mean, when he gets clean looks, he's got the ability to do some damage out there.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And they'll get another chance. From deep. Lee misses.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Smart for three. And the Celtics another three.
Showing his range. Smart. Spacing the floor.
And so it's Denver. And they're up an insane amount going into the break. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. For the Nuggets, Kenny, give us your take.
They obviously crushed it from deep. They were firing it from every angle and kept hitting the target. I mean, look at the score. Obviously, a lot of things went right for them, but that's a big one.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
First question, why can't they hold on to the ball? I mean, they've been loose as heck with it, Ernie. Not even getting a shot up on several possessions. Even if you take a bad shot, there's a chance it goes in, or you get a offensive goal. But hold on to the ball.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
At the line for your Celtics, Jaylen Brown. At the line with one shot.
And they've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
Beyond the arc. And the basket by Lee.
And look, he's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
Oh, they get a hand on it. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Coming onto the floor for the OA team,
Here's Brown. Poke loose. This one for three. And that's not going to go. And so it's Denver making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts, forcing turnovers. We'll be right back with you shortly. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters.
Checking into the away team.
The core of this team, Brown and Tatum, they're the forwards. Marcus Smart out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Williams in at center, filling out the middle. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Now here's Smart. And stolen by Murray. Here's the break. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Personal foul.
All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Denver?
Well, they played a heads-up brand of basketball this entire game, and they've got the steals to prove it.
Another thing, they haven't missed a beat on the fast break in either half tonight.
Well, super teams are still being built. Grant, what's the key to making it work with 3 or 4 guys who all need touches?
Well, it comes down to good communication between your leaders. Of course, you have to have a plan. You can't be out there winging it. And, of course, prioritizing wins over stats always works.
It's impossible for the D to impact that type of shots if it's going to be that matchup. He's giving away too many inches.
Got a piece of it. Lee into the lane. And got it! Another basket! That's 91. An incredible feat.
Incredible indeed. This is just a flat-out insane performance.
Again! What an avalanche!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. He takes it in, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? And how about the mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
And that one drops for him.
Tonight, their attack revolves around him. As he goes, so goes the offense.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Defense is aggressive on him, but when you're giving up that much height, there's only so much you can do.
1 minute left in the fourth quarter. And he drives in, and that one is hammered home.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great fit.
51 seconds left to play in the fourth. Lets it go from deep. Connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. Pass to Morgan. And Green comes to help. Here's Cornette. Ooh, he can't stop the run as that misses. Here's Lee, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. You have to know the scouting report. He's a threat from out there.
Ooh, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Nicola, congratulations on the win. What does a win like this say about your team?
I mean, we are looking for each other. We are finding it. When we start playing like we're supposed to play, we are really good. So hopefully we're going to continue to play like this.
Thanks, Nicola. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Grant Hill, Chris Webber, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching tonight's presentation. We'll see you next time.